the visiting Swiffer Indians and your Weyburn Beavers. Tonight's game sponsor is Reardon, supporting baseball here in the community and making it possible. MyTask 411, a proud sponsor of the Western Major Baseball League. Look for all your local leagues. Search with the all-new MyTask411.com or download the free MyTask 411 app from your app store. Wellline Park is a non-smoking facility. There is no smoking in the stands or in Lumpy's Lounge. As well, keep your eye on the ball. You never know when it may leave the field of play. You can also return those foul balls back to the beer shack and get $1. All balls are property of the Weyburn Beavers. Be sure to get a program and follow along with the Prairie Sky Co-op playback. You can completely cover all the numbers on your program. You'll win a $50 gift certificate to the Prairie Sky Co-op. We'll announce the numbers throughout the game. The Weyburn Beavers have partnered with the Weyburn Red Wings for Progressive 50-50 this year. Tickets are 1 for $20, 3 for $50, and 8 for $100. The draw will be made on October 30th, and the pot is a guaranteed $10,000. You can get the tickets all throughout the game here at Wellline Park, as well as at a number of businesses throughout the city. Big thank you to Clio at using the sound system that we use for each and every game here at Wellline Park, as well as for the use of a wireless microphone. Your starting lineup tonight for the Weyburn Beavers. In left field, number 18, Wiley John. Center field, number 24, Dan Morrow. Right field, number 10, Brendan Lee. At third base, number 33, Alex Jones. At shortstop, number 11, Jazz Russo. Second base, number 27, Colin Rintoul. First baseman tonight, number 29, Jake Nerwet. The catcher, number 17, Reed LaValle. And the starting pitcher, number 35, Hunter Tipton. Tonight, your 10th player is Bowen Kopech. Bowen is 9 years old and going into grade 5 at A school. Bowen enjoys playing hockey. A big thank you to Apex, our sponsor for the 10th player. Also thank you to Dairy Queen for providing a cold treat. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask that you please rise and remove your headwear for the national anthem.
And with that, we'll get rolling with another edition of Full Line Ag Swift Current Indians Baseball, night number 2. And Ryan Schweitzer bringing you the action here between the Swift Current Indians and the Weyburn Beavers. Two teams bookending the standings in the WMBL Saskatchewan Division. Tribe coming into this game, just trying to claw their way out of the basement in that Saskatchewan Division. A record of 11-23 now. Weyburn Beavers, things have gone right for them this year. 22-11 on the season. Hunter Tipton getting the start for the Weyburn Beavers. Big right-hander on the mound. 3-1 this year, 3.85 ERA. 8 appearances, 4 starts. 35 innings of work. He's allowed 46 hits, 15 outs, and 14 walks. That way already. He lost his footing when he was throwing his warm-up pitches. And Hunter Tipton just throwing his warm-up pitches, and now he's going to need some maintenance from the coaching staff. And we hope that he's able to go and that every. There was some rain today, and the pitcher's mound may be a little bit slick. The Beavers crew was doing some work on it to try and make it so that it was playable. But the game hasn't even started, and the Weyburn Beavers already with a man down. Tipton trying to dig into the mound there. And for Phil Curtis and crew, they're going to want to make sure that Tipton's good to go. He's trying to scrape that mud off of his cleats. He blew a tire while throwing one of his warm-up pitches and then started limping. Cue the grounds crew. They'll try and provide some traction for their pitcher, and we're going to be delayed things a little bit beforehand as the Beavers grounds crew needed to get the tarp away. And now we're going to wait just a little bit here for some maintenance on the mound. Well, in a season where we've seen almost everything, that's an unusual way to start a baseball game. Hunter Tipton, starting pitcher for the Weyburn Beavers. He's mud off of his shoes here. When you're pitching, traction is important. You got to be able to plant that foot. There's the starting pitcher, Hunter Tipton. He really wants to be. Mom's watching the game tonight. Any pain. 6'4", 230-pound right-hander. Chuckling at the fact that he's nicked up before he's officially thrown a pitch in this contest. Swift Current Indians, when they do get the mound fixed up and good to go, Darren Koch is going to lead off for the Tribe. Justin Esquera will hit second. Nate Ackerman in right field. Nick Day will hit fourth and play first base. Kevin Zarnecki playing third tonight, hitting sixth. Tyler Enns hitting seventh in center field. Reed Fritzke will DH and hit eighth. Betancourt, catcher, and then Drew Brooks rounding out the lineup at second base. So Darren Koch with a few extra moments to warm up on deck. When the Swift Current Indians are in the field in the bottom of the first, Aaron Godinez will get the start for the Tribe. There's Justin Esquera looking down, and Nate Ackerman. Hitters 2 and 3 in the Swift Current Indians batting order. Yet to start a game on time when we're in Weyburn. Whether it's Mother Nature or a slippery pitcher's mound. And there's Hunter Tipton limbering up as his teammates do maintenance here. Starting lineup for the Weyburn Beavers playing baseball. We mentioned Hunter Tipton getting the start on the bump. Reed LaValle behind the plate. Jake Derwent is at first base. Colin Rintoul at second. Chaz Russo will play shortstop, and Alex Jones will be the third baseman. Outfield, last night's walk-off bottom of the ninth hero, Wiley Johnston, will play left field. Dan Morrow in center. And Brendan Mead will play right field for the Weyburn Beavers. Well, I think we got our solution figured out on the mound here, as Hunter Tipton able to plant that left foot in his right-handed delivery. Fresh dirt applied by the Beaver grounds crew. So one more warm-up pitch for Hunter Tipton. And now we're ready to go. Darren Koch steps in. Leading off for the Tribe as he has the past few games.
Number 18, Darren Koch.
Koch 317 on the season, 3 home runs, 16 RBI. A delayed start in the Opportunity City as Hunter Tipton tries to remove more mud from his undershoe. And now we're ready to go with the first pitch of the ball game. As Tipton to Darren Koch. Misses just a little bit up, and that'll be ball 1. Tipton paints the outside corner on Koch. Righty on lefty, and that'll be a pitch that Tipton will want to throw to the lefty hitters in the Swift Current Indians order. 1-1 pitch, Tipton delivers.
Hands up.
Fouled off by Koch. And it's a 1. Top of the first inning. Swift Current Indians in Weyburn tonight. Day off tomorrow. Host Melville on Wednesday. 2-2 count. Tribe need a first base coach, and there goes Bryce Bush to fill that void. 2-2 pitch. And it'll be called strike 3 as Darren Koch is caught looking.
Now coming to the plate, shortstop, number 13, Justin Esquera.
So righty on righty, Justin Esquera at the plate, native of San Diego. Pitch is in the dirt, blocked by LaValle, and a 1-0 count to Esquera. Esquera 118 batting average. This is his 5th game with the Tribe. 2 hits and 17 at-bats. That'll be strike 1 as Tipton, again, works the outside corner. Going across the plate in this righty-on-righty matchup, and that pitch bending away from the hitter. 1-1 count. Ground ball. And that'll be fair as Esquera finds some vacant grass. A ball that tiptoed along the third base line, and the Swift Current Indians have their first base runner of the game as Esquera singles.
Now coming to the plate, our beer batter, right fielder number 15, Nate Ackerman.
So Nate Ackerman
Fails to make it on base. Then for the next 5 minutes, it will be 2 beer for $8.
1 out and 1 on, top of the first. On Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball, Justin Esquera takes his lead. Hunter Tipton, a look over at Esquera. Pitch to Ackerman, low and away. Trying to work that outside corner against righties is Tipton. And Ackerman keeps the lumber sheathed for that first offering. 1-0 count. Runner at first is Esquera. And Tipton throws over to first. Quick pickoff move for the righty. And Tipton, safe at first. Third time Justin Esquera has been on base as a member of the Swift Current Indians. Here in his 5th game with the Tribe. And we'll see if the Siena College Male Athlete of the Year does anything whilst at first, as Ackerman takes a big hack with cruel intentions. And 1-1 the count. First baseman Nick Day on deck. Day a 300 hitter. Ackerman hitting .351 for the Tribe, as again Tipton, with a scare on his mind, throws over to first. Ackerman, 4 home runs, 16 ribbies, .351 average on the year. 1-1 pitch on the way as Ackerman fouls it into the backstop, and now Hunter Tipton. Pitchers count 1-2 to Big Nate. As more fans file in to Tom Lang Park. So the 1-2, Ackerman. Sliced foul towards the Beaver dugout. And Nate stays alive against Hunter Tipton. 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch. It's up. 2-2 the count to Ackerman with a scare on at first as the Swift Current Indians looking for their 11th win of the season. 2-2 pitch. And that just stays up. A breaking pitch that didn't drop into the strike zone. And a full count to Ackerman. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. Justin Esquera at first. Nick Day on deck, a 300 hitter for the Tribe who's got 4 home runs. Ackerman hits a fly ball. And that ball won't get out of the infield. And Justin Esquera scurries back, and that'll take care of Ackerman. As he flies out to Jake Derwent at first. So Nick Day out of Avondale, Arizona, 300 hitter, 4 dingers, 12 ribbies for Day on the season. Esquera at first with 2 out, top of the first inning and scoreless. Swift Current Indians. Beavers first in the WNBL Saskatchewan division. They've had a great year. And they're going to come to the ballpark more frequently here in Weyburn, which is great to see. Strike 1 to Day on the first offering. Pitch inside to Nick. That was Justin Esquera at first. 1-1 pitch to Ackerman with 2 away, or to Day rather. Day fouls that into the backstop. Zarnecki on deck for the Swift Current Indians. He's hitting .256 coming into this game. And we'll see if we get to him in the top of the first inning. 2 away, Day at the plate, runner at first. Righty on righty here. 1-2 count. Quick pickoff move over to first. Tipton anticipating that Esquera could be in motion. The count 1-2, and 2 down. Ground ball. Chop foul down the third base line. 1-2 to Day. Hunter Tipton, starting pitcher for the Weyburn Beavers, out of Taylorville, Kentucky. Nick Day at the plate, the native of Avondale, Arizona. 1-2 pitch today. Hit deep. Hit back. And positioning himself underneath that ball in center field is Dan Morrow, and that'll be the third out of the top of the first inning. Scoreless after a half inning, as the Tribe go 4 up and 3 down, and they'll be in the field behind Aaron Godinez in just moments when we're back with Full Line Ag Swift Current Indians baseball.
Home Inn & Suites Swift Current is proud to be the official host hotel for the Swift Current Indians Ball Club. Home Inn & Suites Swift Current offers great modern rooms, a continental breakfast, fitness center, water meeting rooms, all at a great low price. Home Inn & Suites is part of the growing home hotel brand. Make your reservation today by calling 306-778-7788 or by reserving online at homeinsc.ca.
Many of us take our ability to communicate for granted, yet the ability to hear and be heard is much more vital to our everyday lives than we realize. Or someone you know is struggling, please call The Hearing Place at 778-0826 and book your appointment with our clinical audiologist, Karen Woods. The Hearing Place. We focus on our client's journey.
Godinez has been Mr. Versatility for Joe Carnahan in an injury-plagued season for Swift Current Indians pitchers. This will be his 15th appearance and his 5th start. He's worked 51 and 2/3 innings to lead the Tribe far and away in that stat. He's allowed 62 hits, 18 runs, 15 of them earned. He's walked 18 and struck out 34 along the way. He's 0-1 with 1 save and a 2.61 ERA. Aaron Godinez, the native of Houston, California, right-handed pitcher, warming up for the Swift Current Indians. Mr. Versatility indeed has been Godinez. He can pitch in any situation on any amount of rest. One of those rubber-armed utility pitchers that really come in handy in the long WNBL season. 48 games in 60 days. You need those guys like Godinez if you're going to make a successful run. Dan Morrow to the plate. He hits .343. This will be his 28th game of the year. 13 RBI. Center fielder for the Beavers. So a tough out here, hitting .343. Morrow, a native of Calgary. As Aaron Godinez, right-handed pitcher, goes to his fastball for the opening. And 0-1 the count. Aaron Godinez pitching to Kevin Betancourt. Nick Day at first. You see Drew Brooks at second. Justin Esquera is at shortstop. And Kevin Zarnecki at third base as Godinez induces a swing from Morrow for strike 2. Outfield for the Tribe. Darren Koch in left. Tyler Enns in center. Nate Ackerman in right. Low and away, and that'll be ball 1. As Godinez ahead of Morrow, 0-2, tries to get him to chase low and away. And it's a 1-2 count. Betancourt lines up outside, shot by Morrow. And that's into the waiting glove of Drew Brooks, the second baseman, who... So Morrow flies out to the second baseman. And now Brendan Mead to the plate. Stepping into that batter's box right away and ready to go against Aaron Godinez and the Swift Current Indians. Mead, right fielder, .302 average on the season. Ball 1. .1-0 pitch. Check swing by Mead. And 2-0 the count. Godinez winds and delivers. Towering fly ball. Drew Brooks again will venture into the outfield grass and have a bit of an adventure with that ball, but still makes the grab. And on a 2-0 pitch, Mead will fly out to the Swift Current Indians second baseman. Reed LaValle, 264 hitter. First exchange of the game with Aaron Godinez starting pitch. Indians. 2 away, bottom of the first. Pitch is up and away. 1-0 count. Fly ball. Justin Esquera calling for it, the shortstop. And 3 up for the Weyburn Beavers as the Swift Current Indians retire the top 3 in order. And as Reed LaValle flies out to the shortstop, that'll do it for the first inning. 1 inning in the books. And Weyburn, top of 2 in the Tribe on the Sticks when we return with Full Line Ag Swift Current Indians baseball.
It's summer cruising time, and Living Sky Casino would like to help fill your tank by giving away $1,000 in fuel every Wednesday in July. Swipe your Players Club card daily throughout July for chances to win $1,000 in fuel Wednesday at 8 p.m. You must be present to win, so take a trip to Living Sky Casino to fill your tank. Live it up. Living Sky Casino. Living Sky. Live it up. The old saying goes,
it's not what you know.
Well, in this digital age, it's not what you know or who you know, but who knows you. If you're in business and want to be noticed, get in touch with Snowstreaker Media.
Websites, video production, creative writing.
Trust Snowstreaker to tell your stories in ways that will get everyone's attention. If you're looking for an edge on the competition, make Snowstreaker your secret weapon. Visit snowstreaker.com to learn more.
Zarnecki ends Fritzky for the Swift Current Indians. Top of the second inning, scoreless in Weyburn on Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. Zarnecki showing bunt against Hunter Tipton and the Weyburn Beavers. Zarnecki, 256 hitter, 2 home runs, 13 runs batted in this season. Big hack, and 1-1 the count. 1-1 the count. Tipton, big radio to Kentucky. Pitch inside. A good job by LaValle to drop to his knees and keep that pitch in front of him. That delivery going outside in against the lefty hitter, Zarnecki. 2-1 now. Looking to paint. He is Tipton. And that misses outside. 2-1 pitch. 3-1 rather. Zarnecki fouls it back. Full count. Three-two pitch. Shot by Zarnecki. And that'll be a single for the Swift Current Indians infielder as that ball is in center field.
Now batting center fielder number 24, Tyler.
227 average on the year for Tyler Enns out of Winnipeg. Edmonton's Kevin Zarnecki at first base. Reed Fritzky on deck as Enns awaits the pitch from Tipton. Breaking pitch that dropped in for strike one. Nice curveball from Tipton. A 1 pitch. Ends opposite field slap into the glove of the right fielder. Ends lines out to Meade basically. and right. Kevin Zarnecki scurrying back to first base. Well hit ball opposite field by Tyler Enns. Just put it right where the outfielder was standing. Good positional outfielding by Meade and right. And now Reed Fritzke to the plate. Fritzke hitting .277 on the year. There's that curveball again from Tipton. Misses this time with it, and it's a 1-0 count. Reed Fritzke has a look down at Joe Carnahan, who sends in the signals. Kevin Zarnecki, 7 for 7 stealing bases this year. Does a good job of picking his spots and when to scurry to second. Certainly doesn't appear to be the most mobile member of the Swift Current Indians, but 7 for 7 in stolen bases. He's going for 8. Zarnecki now 7 for 8 stealing bases. Two-one count to Fritzke. Three and one now. Check swing and strike 2. And after Zarnecki was caught stealing, now we're 2 out and no one on for Fritzke. 3-2 pitch with 2 away. Tipton winds. And a ball that just took a hometown jump, a home team jump for Fritzke. He's going to gallop to second base. He better hurry. And Fritzke in with a double. That ball just kicking up on Alex Jones at third base. A hometown bump for the visitors there. And Alex Jones, sure-handed at third base. Had that ball take a funny hop over top of him. A well-hit ball by Reed Fritzke as he drilled it, put it right at Jones, and then ended up hopping right over him. So Kevin Betancourt up now. 2 away, Fritzke on at second base. You can see him there with the dirty uni. Tribe in their road blues. Betancourt. Fly ball for Derwent. Tries to make that high degree of catch over the shoulder and almost pulled it off. Fritzke in motion. And the count will be 0-1 to Betancourt. So 0-1 to Betancourt. That pitch is low. 1-1 count after Betancourt fouled off the first offering. So Reed Fritzke at second. Hunter Tipton delivers to KB. Changeup that just missed. Tipton wanted that one. And it's a 2-1 count with Fritzke in scoring position. Betancourt, 178 hitter on the year. On the team for his defensive exploits. Two-1 with 2 away. Sliced foul by KB. And that'll even things out at 2-2. Drew Brooks, Tribe's second baseman, hitting 9 deck. Betancourt representing the number 8 spot in the Tribe batting order. Drew Brooks has quietly taken the team lead in RBI. Brooks with 17 of them coming into this game. 1 ahead of Ackerman. Another stab at him and collides with the fence. And doesn't come up with the baseball. So Betancourt will live to see another pitch in this at-bat. Hunter Tipton. The 2-2. Ground ball. First, Tipton's got to hurry to cover. And they drop the ball, and look at this. Fritzky galloping home as he was rounded third. A miscue at first base and a run for the Swift Current Indians as Fritzky snuck in the back door from second, and it's a 1-0 Tribe lead.
Now at the plate for Swift Current, second baseman number 4, Drew Brooks.
A ground ball to first base and a malfunction at the junction, and a 1-0 Swift Current Indians with Betancourt at first. And the Tribe with one of 4 players tied for their home run lead with 4, and their RBI leader at the plate now, Drew Brooks. Brooks hits it to center. Dan Morrow fields that twisting fly ball, and it's a loud out, but an out nonetheless as Brooks flies out to the center fielder. But the Swift Current Indians, they strand one but score one as Reed Fritzky doubles and is subsequently brought home by Kevin Betancourt. Bottom of 2 coming up, 1-0 lead for the Tribe. We'll be back shortly with Full Line Ag Swift Current Indians baseball.
The Hearing Place is proud to continue their support of the Swift Current Indians Baseball Club. Located conveniently in the Swift Current City Plaza, the Hearing Place is your #1 stop for hearing health care in West Saskatchewan. Don't compromise on your hearing. Get tested by audiologist Karen Woods. Call the Hearing Place at 778-0826 and book your appointment today. The Hearing Place. We focus on our client's journey.
Excel Bus Lines is proud to once again be the official carrier of the Swift Current Indians, and have they got a deal for baseball fans. This July 23rd to 28th, see the Toronto Blue Jays in Seattle, $9.49 per person, double occupancy, and the seats are all in the lower club. That'll get you 3 baseball games plus rooms, and the trip is guaranteed. Also ask about a cruise trip in February of 2016 and their 7 Disneyland trips. Excel Bus Lines, the official carrier of the Swift Current Indians. Home Inn and Suite.
Coming to the plate for the Beavers, now left fielder number 18, Wiley Johnston.
Johnston, Peters, Jones due up for the Weyburn Beavers. Bottom of the second inning and a 1-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians. There's Aaron Godinez, starting pitcher for the Tribe, his 15th appearance and 5th start of the year. Godinez pitching to Kevin Betancourt. First offering is a strike one. Wiley Johnston had that home run in the bottom of the 9th in the second game of yesterday's doubleheader to be the walk-off hero for the Beavers. A solo shot to give them a 3-2 win. And for the Beavers, win number 22 on the year for them, handing the Swift Current Indians loss number 23. So 1-2. Kevin Betancourt lines up on the outside part of the plate. Reaching for the 1-2 pitch is Johnston. Johnston, a .269 hitter. And with that home run yesterday in the bottom of the 9th, that was his 4th of the year. So now he has a share of the league lead as well with 4 dingers. Aaron Godinez on that 1-2. And 2-2 to Johnston, leading off for the Beavers in the second. And again, Godinez right around the plate, but just a little bit up. And for Godinez, showing a little bit of frustration, as throwing a strike in this ball game would be analogous to throwing a baseball into a Pringle can. There he goes, gets him swinging with strike 3 as Johnston is K'd on the 3-2 pitch.
Now coming to the plate, designated hitter, number 5, Bryce Peters.
Peters hits .273. In Weyburn, one of the things that we've seen happen here, at least when the Swift Current Indians have been in, is the offense really comes alive later in the game when the sun sets. See, in the hitter's eye, they have a white building to deal with. So when things get dark in Weyburn, that baseball, that much more visible. Tend to see a lot more offense later than you do earlier as a fly ball is hit to right. Ackerman says mine and makes the grab.
Now batting, third baseman, number 33, Alex Jones. Go, Alex!
Drew Brooks also chasing that ball down. Jones at the plate now for the Weyburn Beavers. Jones on the season, a .231 hitter, 7 RBI, third baseman. One of the videos that the Swift Current Indians have on their YouTube channel are the series. Swift Current Indians players with athletic fathers. And Alex Jones pounding one into left field. And he'll one-hop Darren Koch. You want to talk about bloodlines with him. His father, maybe you've heard of him, Todd Jones, a member of the 300 Save Club in the majors. Numerous stops around the majors, Detroit Tigers, Colorado Rockies, among the teams that he's played for. And that's him right there. 300 major league saves from the arm of that guy, Todd Jones, here watching his son, Alex. So Alex Jones on at first. Ground ball hit by Derwent. Gadeen will track that down. Throw to first. Alex Jones stranded, and 2 complete innings in the books. 1-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians. We'll be back with the Tribe on the Sticks and the top of the third when we return with Full Line Ag Baseball.
Home Inn Suites Swift Current is proud to be the official host hotel for the Swift Current Indians Ball Club. Home Inn Suites Swift Current offers great amenities such as modern rooms, a continental breakfast, fitness center, water slide, and meeting rooms, all at a great low price. Home Inn is a growing home hotel brand. Make your reservation today by calling 306-778-7788 or by reserving online at homeinsc.ca.
Many of us take our ability to communicate for granted, yet the ability to hear and be heard is much more vital to our everyday lives than we realize. If you or someone you know is struggling, please call at 778-0826 and book your appointment with our clinical audiologist, Karen Woods. The Hearing Place. We focus on our client's journey.
Top of the order for the Swift Current Indians and Darren Koch. Tipton working against the Swift Current Indians. First offering to Koch. And Darren Koch, his approach to the plate, he loves to swing early in the count. If he sees something that looks chubby, he won't take a lot of pitches. $16 ribbies on the year, 3 home runs. As Koch tries to get sneaky and bunt with nobody on to lead off here. His bunt attempt heads to the screen, and it'll be an 0-2 count, Tipton ahead of. Pitch inside, and 1-2. The 1-2 pitch, Tipton. Delivers to Koch, who fouls off that offering. One-two pitch. Koch, high fly ball hit to right field. Meade and Morrow both converge in right center. And it is the center fielder, Dan Morrow, who makes the grab.
Number 13, Justin Esquera.
Justin Esquera's turn at the plate for the Swift Current Indians. Esquera singled the last time he was up. So Esquera 1 for 1. Nobody on, and 1 lead for the Swift Current Indians. A much more manageable ground ball for Alex Jones at third base this time around. And retired via the 5-3 is Esquera.
Now batting our beer batter, number 15, Nate Ackerman.
Ackerman flew out his last trip to the plate as he hit a fly ball to Jake Derwent over at first. 0 for 1 is Nate, now hitting 3-4. The 1-0 count. Tipton working quickly. Ground ball. Hammered through the 5-6 gap. And absolutely lousy job of being the beer batter here in Weyburn, but get himself on base for the Swift Current Indians. Day 0 for 1. 2 down and 1 on for the Tribe. 1-0 they lead it, top of the third inning. Swift Current Indians 10-23 on the year. Weyburn Beavers 22-11. As Hunter Tipton sets and delivers to Day. That pitch crosses the letters, and it's a 1-0 count. Count today, native of Avondale, Arizona. Ackerman takes his lead at first. Hunter Tipton throws over to first as they try and catch Ackerman off the base. Ackerman 2 for 2 on the season in stolen bases. Hasn't attempted much. Tribe 0 for 1 tonight trying to swipe second. So Reed LaValle 1 for 1 and throwing guys out behind the plate for the Beavers. 1-0 pitch from Tipton on the way. And that finds the strike zone. Breaking pitch, then dropped in. And 1-1 count today. Kevin Zarnecki on deck for the Tribe. Ground ball, hit by Day. That's to Alex Jones, who grabs it from the hot corner and throws a strike all the way across to first base. So, to third. Swift Current Indians will strand Nate Ackerman. Bottom of third coming up, still a 1-0 lead for the Tribe. We're Goal Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball.
It's summer cruising time, and Living Sky Casino would like to help fill your tank by giving away $1,000 in fuel every Wednesday in July. Keep your Players Club card daily throughout July for chances to win $1,000 in fuel every Wednesday at 8 p.m. You must be present to win, so take a trip to Living Sky Casino to fill your tank. Live it up. Living Sky Casino. Living Sky. Live it up. The old saying goes,
It's not what you know, it's who you know.
well, in this digital age, it's not what you know or who you know, but who knows you. If you're in business and want to be noticed, get in touch with Snowstreaker Media.
Websites, social media, video production, creative writing.
Trust Snowstreaker to tell your stories in ways that will get everyone's attention. If you're looking for an edge on the competition, make Snowstreaker your secret weapon. Visit snowstreaker.com to learn more.
Now batting second baseman, number 27, Owen Ray.
Colin Rintoul. This will be the 23rd game he's appeared in, a .397 hitter. This is a guy who finds his way. Also walked 12 times this year. First pitch to Rintoul, and it's a 1-0 count. 1-0, the Swift Current Indians lead it. It's Ryan Schweitzer bringing you the action on Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. 1-1 the count as Godinez throws a strike. Bottom of the third, 1-0 the Tribe lead it here. Third time in 2 days these teams have met. A ground ball hit to Drew Brooks, who throws it over to Nick Day at first. And Drew Brooks, sure-handed at second base, engineers that 4-3. Chaz Russo awaits the first pitch from Aaron Godinez, righty on righty. And 1-0. Godinez opens up by throwing a pitch outside. Top of the order, and Dan Morrow due up for the Beavers. Bottom of the third, strike one called. 1-1 pitch. 2-1 the count. On a did he go? No, he didn't. Two-one pitch. Godinez gets Russo to buy what he's selling as Godinez hammers that pitch past him. 2-2 count. 2-2. Opposite field shot by Russo. And that ball just hung up there along Ackerman to get underneath it and make the grab.
Now giving to the plate, number 24, Morrow.
Morrow, the center fielder, .343 average, their leadoff hitter. 2 away and nobody on. Aaron Godinez, teammates call him Goaty, throws that curveball that we haven't seen a lot of, but it drops in for strike one. Just great 12-6 movement on that curve. And Godinez ahead of the leadoff hitter, 0-1. Brendan Mead on deck. Morrow 0 for 1, flew out to second base his last trip to the plate. Fastball is low, and it's a 1-1 count. One and one. Check swing. And no, he didn't. 2-1. Ground ball. A slow roller to Justin Esquera that gets to the shortstop in time as he hurls that ball over to first. And that'll do it for the Weyburn Beavers as 8-9-1 go 3 up, 3 down. Dan Morrow grounds out to the shortstop. 3 innings in the books. Top of 4 coming up. It's a 1-0 lead for the Tribe. We'll be back with more Full Line Ag Swift Current Indians baseball after this.
The Hearing Place is proud to continue their support of the Swift Current Indians Baseball Club. Located conveniently in the Swift Current City Plaza, The Hearing Place is your #1 stop for hearing health care in Southwest Saskatchewan. Don't compromise on your hearing. Get tested by our qualified audiologist, Karen Woods. Call The Hearing Place at 778-0826 and book your appointment today. The Hearing Place. We focus on our client's journey.
Excel Bus Lines is proud to once again be the official carrier of the Swift Current Indians, and have they got a deal for baseball fans. This July 23rd to 28th. Toronto Blue Jays in Seattle, $9.49 per person, double occupancy, and the seats are all in the lower club. That'll get you 3 baseball games plus rooms, and the trip is guaranteed. Also ask about a cruise trip in February of 2016 and their 7 Disneyland trips. Excel Bus Lines, the official carrier of the Swift Current Indians.
Zarnecki ends Fritzky. 2 up for the Tribe, top of the 4th inning, 1-0, the Swift Current Indians lead. Tribe looking for more against the first place in the 306 Beavers. Zarnecki showing bunt, and strike 1 called. The 0-1 on the way. Fouled off. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. It's a high fastball. After Zarnecki fouled off the 0-1, high fastball comes in to make the count 1-2. Zarnecki did single the last time he was up, but this time he'll get caught swinging. And the Swift Current Indians falls to 1 for 2. Ends hit a ball on a rope to right fielder Brendan Mead the last time he was up. So 1 down, and showing 1 on the curveball. And 0-1 to Tyler, center fielder from Winnipeg. Reed Fritz, his last trip to the plate, is on deck. The 0-1. Tyler hitting .227 on the year. 1-1. Ground ball. Hit to Jones at third. And Tyler Enns, who's got the afterburners, almost legs that out, but not quite. He'll ground out to third base. As Alex Jones was able to absorb that baseball into the leather and throw a dart across the diamond. And count 1-2. Nobody on. 2 away here. Top of the 4th inning. 1-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians, who will get tomorrow off. They'll bus back to Swift Current at the conclusion of this game. It's these same Weyburn Beavers. Friday night off, and then a Saturday bus ride to Melville. 2-2 the count to Fritzky. And 3-2. The 3-2. And Reed Fritzky will take a walk to first. Kevin Betancourt will make his way to the plate. A 2-out walk by Fritzky gives the Tribe a runner. 1-0 count to Betancourt with 2 away and 1 on in the top of the 4th inning. Pitch from Tipton as he dropped his delivery a little bit for that 1-0 offering to Betancourt. And KB holds off. 2-0 count. Hunter Tipton with a runner on first really shortened up that windup and even moved down a few degrees in the delivery. Now something a little bit more overhand from Tipton. Finds the zone, 2-1. So 2 balls and a strike, 2 down. Top of the 4th. That ball spanked by Betancourt. Single, advancing Reed Fritzke. And keeping the Swift Current Indians alive here in the top of the 4th inning. As Fritzke had a 2-out walk. And KB, 2-out single. Drew.
To the plate, number 4, Drew Brooks.
228 on the year for his batting average. 4 dingers and a team-leading 17 RBI. With Fritzke on at second base. Certainly with RBI number 18 on the mind. He'll be looking for something he can pull here from Tipton. That pitch inside. Brooks has also walked 17 times this season. Second only to Tyler Enns in that stat among Tribe personnel. Tipton, 0-1, and Brooks pulls it to right field. That's going to one-hop Mead. Reed Fritzke galloping around third for home, and Kevin Betancourt slides in at third. Drew Brooks with an RBI single scores. Fritzke, and it's a lead for the Tribe.
Now batting number 18, Derek Cole.
So a 2-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians. RBI single moments ago by Brooks. Kevin Betancourt moving from first to third. There we go. Shot by Koch. Hit to the outfield. 3 players converge, but it's Wiley Johnston who makes the grab, and the Swift Current Indians will strand a couple, but score 1. And we'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Swift Current Indians with a 2-0 lead. Swift Current Indians baseball.
Home Inn and Suites Swift Current is proud official host hotel for the Swift Current Indians Ball Club. Home Inn and Suites Swift Current offers great amenities such as modern rooms, a continental breakfast, fitness center, water slide, and meeting rooms, all at a great low price. Home Inn and Suites is part of the growing home hotel brand. Make your reservation today by calling 306-778-7788 or by reserving online at homeinsc.ca.
Many of us take our ability to communicate for granted, yet the ability to hear and be heard is much more vital to our everyday lives than we realize. If you or someone you know is struggling, please call The Hearing Place at 778-0826 and book your appointment with our clinical audiologist, Karen Woods. The Hearing Place. We focus on our client's journey.
It's summer cruising time, and Living Sky Casino would like to help fill your tank by giving away $1,000 in fuel every Wednesday in July. Swipe your Players Club card daily throughout July for chances to win $1,000 in fuel every Wednesday at 8 p.m. You must be present to win, so take a trip to Living Sky Casino to fill your tank. Live it up. Living Sky Casino. Living Sky. Live it up. Beavers trail 2-0 and have the need for Mead here as right fielder Brendan Mead makes his way to the plate. Tribe with a 2-0 lead, bottom of the 4th inning. Aaron Godinez in this start for the Swift Current Indians as Mead swings and misses. Godinez 3 innings, 1 hit, struck out 1 along the way. This will be the 11th batter of the ball game that Godinez has faced. And that'll be pitch number 36 on the game for Godinez. So Godinez cruising. Number 2 hitter in the order is Mead. Second time through for the Weyburn Beavers. 2-2 is the count. Godinez ahead of him 0-2 quickly. And the 2-2 pitch. Swinging bunt type scenario that went right back to Godinez. And they managed to nab Mead, scampering.
Number 17, Reed LaValle.
So Reed LaValle for the Beavers. Flew out to Justin Escara at short the last time he was up. 1 down, bottom of the 4th, 2-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians. Tribe trying to claw their way into the playoff picture. Strike 1. And 1-1 the count. LaValle hitting .264 on the season. Ground ball. And Godinez now ahead of LaValle. 1-2. Here comes the 1-2. Betancourt, the outside.
It's up.
Baseball hit right over top of us here at Tom Lang Park in Weyburn. Count remains 1-2 to LaValle, the catcher. There we go. Godinez induces a baseball that's hit to left field. A single, as Darren Koch was able to track that down before it went. And LaValle now 1 for 2. Left fielder Wiley Johnston struck out the last time he faced Aaron Godinez and the Tribe defense. Johnston 4 home runs on the year, one of the league leaders in that statistic. Homered in the bottom of the 9th, which was extra innings in a 7-inning doubleheader. He gave the Beavers that walk-off win. Count 1-0. Runner on at first.
It's up.
And that baseball will escape Tom Lang Park. Foul. Signal sent in with a runner on at first. And after those signals sent in, Aaron Godinez pick-off throw to first. Reed LaValle has 1 stolen base this year, 1 for 1 in that stat. Curveball from Godinez, and Wiley Johnston in front of it. 1-2 count. As Godinez picks another opportune moment to deploy that curveball. Righty on righty, Betancourt lining up outside the plate. Runner in motion, hit and run is on. Ground ball hit to Esquera. Play at second won't be an option, so they get the runner at first. As on that hit and run, LaValle was able to beat the ball to second base.
Now batting, number 5, Bryce Peters.
So Johnson grounds out to the second baseman. 2 away. And Bryce Peters to the plate. Flew out to right field, his last trip to the dish. And he hits 273. Curveball from Godinez, and he's able to effectively command that pitch for strikes. 0-1 the count to Peters. And time called as Godinez and Betancourt unable to agree on a pitch. Good to go now. Runner on at second, 2 away. Pitch low and away, blocked by Betancourt. And the count is 1-1. It's Reed LaValle at second base. One. Strike 2. As Godinez blows that pitch past Peters. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. Aaron Godinez trying to take care of the Weyburn Beavers in the bottom of the 4th. And he unleashes a fastball over top of Betancourt. And now, standing up at third base is LaValle. And the Weyburn Beavers that much closer to getting a run on the board. 2 away, though. Bryce Peters flew out to right field his last trip to the batter's box. Alex Jones, who's 1 for 1 with a single on deck for Weyburn. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Swung on and missed, strike 3. In scoring position, Aaron Godinez comes up big for the Swift Current Indians, blowing that pitch past Peters. 4 innings in the books. 2-0 Tribe. Back with more Full Line Ag baseball right after this.
The old saying goes,
It's not what you know, it's who you know.
well, in this digital age, it's not what you know or who you know, but who knows you. If you're in business and want to be noticed, get in touch with Snowstreaker Media.
Websites, social media, video production, creative writing.
Trust Snowstreaker to tell your stories in ways that will get everyone's attention. If you're looking for an edge on the competition, make Snowstreaker your secret weapon. Visit snowstreaker.com to learn more.
The Hearing Place is proud to continue their support of the Swift Current Indians Baseball Club. Located conveniently in the Swift Current City Plaza, The Hearing Place is your #1 stop for hearing healthcare in Southwest Saskatchewan. Don't compromise on your hearing. Get tested by our qualified audiologist, Karen Woods. Call The Hearing Place at 778-0826 and book your appointment today. The Hearing Place. We focus on our client's journey.
Welcome back to Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. Esquera Ackerman Day for the Tribe. In the top of the 5th inning, Swift with a 2-0 lead. And trying to add to it against a very capable Weyburn Beavers squad. Weyburn Beavers, a team that's having a lot of fun atop that WNBL Saskatchewan division. It's been steady growth over the past few seasons in Weyburn for Phil Curtis and his team. Swift Current Indians have eliminated Weyburn the past 2 seasons in the first round of the playoffs. If the playoffs were to start tomorrow, Beavers would be one of the top seeds, and the Swift Current Indians out of that playoff picture right now in the WNBL Saskatchewan division. Curveball, Escara sends that into the screen. Count remains 0-2. Playoff format this year in the WNBL. The top 3 teams in each division make it, and then 2 wild card spots after that. Count is 0-2 to Escara, who steps out of the batter's box. So if the playoffs started tomorrow, Lethbridge, Okotoks, Medhat would be in the Alberta division. Weyburn, Yorkton, Regina in for the Sask division. And your wild cards would be Edmonton and Moose Jaw. Escara reaches and sends that ball right into the waiting leather glove of Derwent at first.
Now coming to the plate, our beer batter for tonight's game, number 15, Nate Ackerman.
Right fielder Nate Ackerman, who singled and flown out to first base in his previous trips to the plate. 1 for 2 so far for Big Nate. Curveball from Tipton, Hunter Tipton, pitcher out of Kentucky, starting for the Beavers. And 0-1 to Ackerman. The 0-1 pitch outside. Fouled off by Ackerman. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 down. Nate Ackerman awaiting the 1-1. Slaps it foul. There's a racetrack that surrounds Tom Lang Park. Annual Chuck Wagon races as part of their fair days around Canada Day. So Ackerman just fouled that pitch towards the horse track. Curveball just misses inside to Nate. And Ackerman's going to go the distance. Pitcher for the Beavers. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. Swung on and missed. And that'll be strike 3.
With that swing and a miss, that's our beer batter heading back to the dugout, which means for the next minutes, it's 2 beer for $8.
Strikeout number 3 for Hunter Tipton against Swift Current Indians hitters this game. Nick Day, 0 for 2 thus far, .293 average on the season. 2 down, nobody on. 2-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians. Top of the 5th inning is where we find ourselves. Tribe with a little bit of run support for Aaron Godinez. Wouldn't mind more than 2, though, as we get into the late stages against a first-place team. Count 2-0 to Nick Day. Power-hitting first baseman out of Arizona. Day, 4 home runs on the year. It'll be a 2-1 count. Righty on righty. Outside corner painted. Two-1. Fouled towards the pony track by Day. And now Deuce is wild with 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 away at Tom Lang Park. Tribe up by a couple. There's Coach Joe Carnahan. Nick Day awaiting the 2-2. Three and 2 the count. And a curveball. Nick Day will be rung up. Strikeout number 4 for Hunter Tipton. That'll do it for the Tribe in the top of the 5th. Bottom of 5 on the way when we return with Full Line Ag Swift Current Indians baseball.
Excel Bus Lines is proud to once again be the official carrier of the Swift Current Indians, and have they got a deal for baseball fans. This July 23rd to 28th, see the Toronto Blue Jays in Seattle. $9.49 per person, double occupancy, and the seats are all in the lower club. That'll get you 3 baseball games plus rooms, and the trip is guaranteed. Also ask about a cruise trip in February of 2016 and Disneyland trips. Excel Bus Lines, the official carrier of the Swift. Home Inn & Suites Swift Current is proud to be the official hotel for the Swift Current Indians Ball Club. Home Inn & Suites Swift Current offers great amenities such as a continental breakfast, fitness center, water slide, and meeting rooms, all at a great low price. Home Inn & Suites is part of the growing home hotel brand. Make your reservation today by calling 306-778-7780 or by reserving online at homeinsc.ca.
So for the Weyburn Beavers, Alex Jones, Jake Derwent, and Colin Rintoul will see action. Bottom of the 5th, the Beavs down by 2. 2-0 lead for the Wigwammers as the Tribe look for their 11th win of the season. Alex Jones, 1 for 1 with a single thus far. Jones swings and misses, we think. Kevin Betancourt lines up outside. Jones thought about that pitch low and away and holds off. 1-1 the count. Jones, .242 batting average on the season. One and 1 count. 1-2. There's former Major Leaguer Todd Jones, Alex's father, in attendance from Alabama. Pitch low and 2-2. +300 saves in the majors. Todd Jones has that mustache too. 2-2. Reaching is Alex Jones. Ground ball. Day will step on first, and it'll be 1 down. In the bottom of the 5th, 2-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians.
Now batting at number 29,
Jake Derwent grounded out to Nick Day, his last trip to home plate. One down, 2-0 Tribe. Curveball from Godinez. Home plate umpire tonight is like the curveballs with the big movement on it from both starting pitchers, Godinez and Hunter Tipton. 0-1. Godinez fastball. And that's hit past Nick Day at first. And that ball will settle in the glove of Nate Ackerman after a single by Derwent.
now batting number 20.
The 0 for 1, Colin Rintoul to the plate. Rintoul hitting .391 on the season. He's played strong against the Tribe this year in the previous meetings. Not an easy out by any means is Colin Rintoul. Runner on at first, 1 down. First pitch from Godinez outside for ball 1. (1-0). There's a shot to left field. Takes a couple hops before it's Darren Koch, and it's back-to-back singles for the Beavers. And now there's 1 down.
Now coming to the plate.
Chaz Russo. Russo, a 196 hitter. His contributions for this Beaver squad primarily on defense. A sub Mendoza hitting 9th in the batting order with 2 on. But But the Tribe will certainly treat this situation delicately. 2 on and only 1 away. Beavers threatening. Shot by Russo. And just bouncing foul down the first base line. Tribe first and third baseman with their toes on the infield grass, wanting to keep anything in front of them as Godinez blows that pitch past Russo. Tying run at second base. Base hit from Russo could potentially tie this game for the Beavers as they trail 2-0. Godinez and Betancourt settle on an 0-2 pitch. Ground ball to Esquera. They get 1 at second. Runner does advance to third.
Now batting, number 20.
And it's 4-3. That ball didn't get to Esquera fast enough to turn 2. So Russo, the dreaded reach on a fielder's choice stat. Tribe not out of the woods yet, 2 away. Tying run represented by Russo at first. Dan Morrow, 337 average on the season this game. Statistically, he's due, a 1-for-3 type guy. Third time he's seen Aaron Godinez tonight as the Beavers turn the order over. 0-1 though, Godinez going right after him. Will Morrow get the Beavers on the board? Thought about chasing that Godinez fastball low and away. One blocked by Betancourt. 2-1 count. So count is 2-1. Godinez to the plate. Russo at first, motioned like he was going to head to second. Held off. Aaron Godinez communicating with his outfield. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down here. Bottom of the Dan Morrow. 2-2 pitch. Full count. Runner in motion. Ground ball. Hit to Brooks. They get the out at for the Weyburn Beavers, who strand 1. And the Beavers starting to show some frustration as they've been held off the score sheet through 5. Top of 6 coming up, and it's a 2-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians. And the Tribe will be on the sticks in the top of 6 when we return right after this.
Many of us take our ability to communicate for granted, yet the ability to hear and be heard is much more vital to our everyday lives than we realize. If you or someone you know is struggling, please call The Hearing Place at 778-0826 and book your appointment with our clinical audiologist, Karen Woods. The Hearing Place. We focus on our client's journey.
It's summer cruising time, and Living Sky Casino would like to help fill your tank by giving away $1,000 in fuel every Wednesday in July. Swipe your Players Club card daily throughout July for chances to win $1,000 in fuel every Wednesday at 8 p.m. You must be present to win, so take a trip to Living Sky Casino to fill your tank. Live it up.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky. Live it up.
Now batting for Swift Current, number 9, Kevin Zarnecki.
Top of the 6th, 2-0 Tribe. Zarnecki ends Fritzky. To the plate for the Swift Current Indians, trying to enhance a 2-0 lead. Hunter Tipton, who's been good on the mound for the Weyburn Beavers, unloads that first pitch to Zarnecki. Tipton looked to injure himself before this game started, as he slipped on the mound as Zarnecki pounds one to right field. Brendan Mead, though, makes the grab on a loud out. As Hunter Tipton was throwing his warm-up pitches, he slipped on the mound, then the Beavers came out and added some fresh dirt. Still a little bit muddy, as the pitchers have battled for traction in this one. To the plate goes Tyler Enns. Gets a bunt down, but is unable to beat the throw to first. As Enns grounds out to the third baseman. Time for Fritter to come to the plate. Reed Fritzky, designated hitter for the Tribe. On-base percentage this game of 1,000 as he's doubled and walked. Only walk issued thus far by Hunter Tipton. Beavers. Strike called to Fritzky. And 0-1 the count to the graduate of the Swift Current minor ball system. Fritzky, a graduate of the Swift Current minor hockey system, as he played with the Home Hardware Midget AAA Legionnaires, drafted by the Seattle Thunderbirds of the WHL, and then his rights were acquired by the hometown Broncos. But Fritzky deciding to pursue baseball rather than hockey. Colby Community College this past school year, so he played his college ball. 1-2, Fritzky, ground ball. Hit to Russo at short. He's got to hurry that throw to first. And unable to connect the dots are the Beavers infield, as Derwent couldn't squeeze that ball. Coming in hot from Russo. And with 2 outs, Fritzky will reach on. And that'll bring Kevin Betancourt to the plate. Betancourt, a 187 hitter this season. However, this game, he's reached on error and brought one of the Swift Current Indians' runs in while doing so, and he also has a single. So good on base numbers for KB this game, the Tribe catcher. Fritzky at first, Hunter Tipton on the mound for the Beavers. Shot by Betancourt, and that could find some vacant grass as he hits it to no man's land, just over second base. And it's another single for KB. So the Swift Current Indians, back-to-back base runners with 2 out. 2-0 the Tribe lead. It's had 2 two-run Swift Current Indians loss in Medicine Hat. So those 4 RBI gave him the team lead. First pitch strike from Hunter Tipton, as he goes right after Brooks. Brooks also with the team lead in home runs, one of 4 players tied with 4. And that also ties him for the league lead. So Brooks, fly ball. Shortstop Chaz Russo calling for it. And makes the Indians strand a couple. Bottom of the 6th coming up. It's still a 2-0 Tribe lead. We'll be back shortly with Full Line Ag Swift Current Indians baseball.
The old saying goes,
It's not what you know, it's who you know.
well, in this digital age, it's not what you know or who you know, but who knows you. If you're in business and want to be noticed, get in touch with Snowstreaker Media.
Websites, social media, video video production, creative writing.
Trust Snowstreaker to tell your stories in ways that will get everyone. If you're looking for an edge on the competition, make Snowstreaker your secret weapon. Visit snowstreaker.com to learn.
The Hearing Place is proud to continue their support of the Swift Current Indians Baseball Club. Located conveniently in the Swift Current City, the Hearing Place is your #1 stop for hearing health care in Southwest Saskatchewan. Don't compromise on your hearing. Get tested by our qualified audiologist, Karen Woods. Call the Hearing Place at 778-0826 and book your appointment today. The Hearing Place. We focus on our client's journey.
Fans in Weyburn, go nuts for donuts, and the Swift Current Indians. Aaron Godinez will try and keep that donut on the scoreboard on the home side. 2-0 the Tribe lead it as we head into the 6th inning. 2-3-4 due up for the Beavs. As Brendan Mead struts his way to the plate. Mead on the year, .302 batting average. Hitting second in the lineup for the Beavers. He did hit leadoff in one of the 2 doubleheader games yesterday. First pitch from Godinez as Mead shows bunt is ball 1. Tribe traveling back to Swift Current tonight. Day off tomorrow. And then hosting Melville on Wednesday as Godinez will flip to first on that ground ball. 1 down. As Mead, for the second time, grounding out to Godinez. Reed LaValle, 1 for 2. He's flown out to the shortstop, but he also singled his last trip to the plate. 1, bottom of the 6th inning, 2-0 the Swift Current Indians lead it here on Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. Ball hit right back by LaValle, number 3 hitter in the Beavers order. On deck for the Beavers, yesterday's bottom of the 9th hero, Wiley Johnston, who helped the Beavers to a walk-off win. Day made a good play on that ball, but in trying to throw it to first, and now scurrying to second base is LaValle. A great play to track down that ground ball, but his throw to Godinez was errant. And now the Beavers have a runner on at second. So Wiley Johnston, who homered to win it for the Beavers in the second game of yesterday's doubleheader. It was a solo home run to give the Beavers a 3-2 win. He represents the tying run here in the bottom of the 6th with a runner on at second and 1 out. Ground ball hit to Justin Esquera, though. And Johnston thrown out at first. However, advancing is Reed LaValle.
Now batting for the Beavers, number 5, Bryce Peters.
So the Beavers Peters, 273 average on the year. 0 for tonight as he's flown out and struck out. He represents the tying run. Peters this year, 10 home runs. Pitch outside. 1-0 count. We'll knock on wood as we say this. No walks issued by Aaron Godinez through 5 2/3. Ground ball hit to Drew Brooks. He gets it in the glove, settles down, and makes the throw to first. And that'll do it for the Weyburn Beavers. But they strand a runner. 6 innings in the books, and it's still a 2-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians with the top of the 7th and the Tribe on the sticks when we return to Full Line Ag Baseball.
Excel Bus Lines is proud to once again be the official carrier of the Swift Current Indians, and have they got a deal for baseball fans. This July 23rd to 28th, see the Toronto Blue Jays in Seattle, $9.49 per person, double occupancy, and the seats are all in the lower club. Baseball games plus rooms, and the trip is guaranteed. Also ask about a cruise trip in February of 2016 and their 7 Disneyland trips. Excel Bus Lines, the official carrier of the Swift Current Indians. Home Inn & Suites Swift Current is proud to be the host hotel for the Swift Current Indians Ball Club. Home Inn & Suites Swift Current offers great amenities such as modern rooms, a continental breakfast, fitness center, water slide, and meeting rooms, all at a great low price. Home Inn & Suites is part of the growing home hotel brand. Make your reservation today by calling 306-778-7788 or by reserving online at homeinsc.ca.
Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball, live from the Opportunity City. That's what the flags all around town say here in Weyburn. It's Ryan Schweitzer in amongst the Weyburnnites.
Now batting for Swift Current, number 18, Derek Hope.
No elaborate press area here. Darren Koch for the Swift. Tipped in 6 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned. He's walked 1 and struck out 4. Koch gets good wood on that baseball. It's fair in the corner. The Beavers dig the ball out and heading for third. Look at him go. He slides in. Safe. A triple for Darren Koch to lead off Indians here in the top of the 7th.
Number 13,
Whammo.
Justin Esquera.
So Darren Koch, who earlier this season made history for the Swift Current Indians as their first player ever to hit for a cycle, has a triple and is now 1 for 3. Justin Esquera at the plate now. Swift Current Indians have a 2-0 lead and poised to add more. Can they advance Darren Koch a station? They've got 3 outs to work with. Justin Esquera with nobody out at the plate. He's the number 2 hitter in the Tribe batting order. Esquera launches. And that stays fair. Esquera will double, and Darren Koch will score. Just a ball that just hung up in the air. Landed right in front of the 330 mark. And it's Esquera's first RBI as a member of the Swift Current Indians. And the Tribe have a 3-0 lead.
Number 15, Nate Ackerman.
So the 1 for 3 Nate Ackerman to the plate. 3-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians here in the 7th, top of. Tribe lost both ends of a doubleheader yesterday here in Weyburn. If they can hang on to win this one, the bus ride home would be much more pleasant. So with Esquera at second and nobody out, Tribe already with 1 this inning, looking for more, but it's an 0-2 count to Ackerman. Ackerman hitting .351 this year. 16 RBI, 4 home runs. 0-2 count against him, though. Hunter Tipton looking for the first out for the Beavers. Tries to get Nate to chase that pitch low and away with 2 strikes against him. Nate holds off. Two-0 count to Ackerman. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on at second. Tribe have put 1 on the board in their half of the 7th. 3-0 they lead in Weyburn. Ackerman's going to reach. 2-2 pitch. And for the second time this game, Ackerman will strike out to Hunter Tipton.
With that swing and a miss, back to the dugout.
Fifth strikeout of the game for the Beavers starter.
$8.
Day 289. Day 0 for 3 thus far. His fourth at bat of the ball game here in the seventh. Pitch is outside. You see it happen often in ballparks around the league that don't really have a hitter's eye. When the sun goes down, the bats come out. Koch had a triple, Esquerra had a double, and the Tribe have a run here in the seventh. Ground ball, hit through Tipton, knocked down by the second baseman. Day will get an infield single. Good job by the Beaver infield to keep that in front of him. Colin Rintoul not giving Justin Esquerra the chance to scamper home. But another single for the Tribe. Kevin Zarnecki will come to the plate, but not before a mound visit, as Hunter Tipton is actually going to leave this ball game and give way to the pen. Tipton's night, 6 1/3, 10 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned. Walked 1 and struck out 5, facing 31 Swift Current Indians hitters. And a strategy session on the mound, as the Beavers get set to warm up a new pitcher. Tanner Ring warming up for the Beavers. 6 appearances this year, all in relief. 15 innings of work. He's allowed 19 hits, 9 runs, 8 of them earned. He's walked 6 and struck out 7. 1-0 on the year is Ring. ERA of 4.80. So the Beavers go to the pen, trailing 3-0, with runners on at first and third. And Kevin Zarnecki coming to the plate. Zarnecki 1 for 3, singling, striking out, and flying out. Tribe losing both ends of a doubleheader yesterday here in Weyburn. So they'd like to go 1 for 3 at least here in the Opportunity City. This has been a tough park to win in this year, not just for the Swift Current Indians, but for all teams in the WMBL. Beavers 22-11, the Tribe 10-23. Weyburn Beavers. It's been a fun year to be a Beaver fan here in Weyburn. They have their own team slogan this year, Catch the Fever. And as you can see there, painted on their field, they have the word fever. Their game staff all have the Catch the Fever shirts. And here tonight, a good crowd on hand, a couple hundred. Weather didn't exactly cooperate today, as Weyburn was pounded with rain from about 3 to 4 o'clock today. And that did delay the start of this game, as some light rain continued to fall. So Tanner Ring, right-handed pitcher, is going to throw one more warm-up pitch, and now Kevin Zarnecki will come to the plate with runners on the corners and 1 away. Beavers trying to keep that Swift Current Indians lead to 3. Kevin Zarnecki trying to add to it. Nick Day at first for the Swift Current Indians. We see him taking his lead off. Justin Escara at third. With one away. Ring. Hits Zarnecki in the leg. And that's not the way Zarnecki envisioned that at bat going, but he'll take his base nonetheless.
Now at the plate, number 24, Tyler Enns.
So the base is loaded, one away. What an opportunity for Tyler Enns. Enns is lined out to right field, as he had a well-hit baseball that he hit on a rope right into the glove of the right fielder, though. And he's also grounded out a couple times. Enns on the year, 227 home run, 11 RBI. Tribe up by 3. Enns at the plate, bases loaded. Righty on righty, strike one called. Tanner Ring. Works the outside corner to Enns. Reed Fritzky on deck. One away. 3-0 Tribe lead. Swift has already put one on the board here in the top of the 7th. Tanner Ring delivers to Enns. Check swing. Ball 2, or ball 1 rather. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down. With the bases loaded. Fly ball. That ball carries into the Beaver bullpen. And Tanner Ring gets strike 2 out of Tyler Enns after that foul ball. 1-2 with 1 away. Darren Koch tripled and subsequently scored this inning for the Tribe as he was hit in by Justin Escara. Escara's first RBI as a member of the Swift Current Indians. Escara now at third. Nick Day at first. Kevin Zarnecki by a pitch at first base. Nick Day at second, rather. Beaver infield, unable to connect the dots on Nick Day's at bat. He got on via an infield single. Two, 1 away. Pitch is out, and Tyler Enns will go the distance with Tanner Ring. Ring, right-handed pitcher out of Regina. The 3-2. And he gets Tyler Enns swinging. Big out for the Beavers. They're not out of the woods yet. And now Reed Fritzky, who's doubled, walked, and error. The night for Fritzky. Fritzky. High fly ball. And the catch is made by Colin Rintoul. And that'll do it for the Swift Current Indians. They will leave the bases loaded. The Tribe do score one, though, in their half of the 7th inning. Bottom of 7 on the way, and the Tribe will try and maintain this 3-0 lead when we're back with Full Line Ag. Swift Current Indians baseball.
Many of us take our ability to communicate for granted, yet the ability to hear and be heard is much more vital to our everyday lives than we realize. If you or someone you know is struggling, please call The Hearing Place at 778-0826. Appointment with our clinical audiologist, Karen Woods. The Hearing Place. We focus on the client's journey.
It's summer cruising time, and Living Sky Casino would like to help fill your tank by giving away $1,000 in fuel every Wednesday in July. Swipe your Players Club card daily throughout July for chances to win $1,000 in fuel every Wednesday at 8 p.m. You must be present to win, so take a trip to Living Sky Casino to fill your tank. Live it up.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
It's Ryan Schweitzer in amongst the Weyburnites.
Now batting for the Beavers, number 33, Alex Jones.
Derwent, Rintoul, 6-7-8 due up for the Beavers. 3-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning, getting into the late stages of this one. And the Weyburn Beavers will likely take a more desperate approach to their at-bats now. Still down by 3 in the late stage. Fly ball on the curveball. That's Nate Ackerman in right field who makes the grab. Didn't have to move to grab that one.
Now
Jake Derwent.
number 29, Jake Derwent.
His third at bat of the game. 1 for 2 is Derwent, first baseman for the Beavers. Derwent, 250 batting average. Two and 0 count. Tribe have got a great start from Aaron Godinez. Not warming anyone up in their bullpen. As Godinez, righty on lefty, tries to work the outside corner. 3-0 count. Derwent will sit back and make Godinez throw him a strike. And that'll be ball 4 in the first walk issued this game by the Swift Current Indians right-hander.
Now batting number 27.
Godinez, 6 1/3 thus far. 4 hits, no runs, none of them earned, nothing earned. Walking 1 and striking out 2. Facing 24 hitters. Colin Rintoul with 1 out and 1 on. First pitch from Godinez finds the strike zone. Rintoul with a single this game. His season batting average at 400 now. So this is a guy who's capable of doing some damage with the lumber. That's fouled off. So 0-2 the count after Rintoul fouled that into the screen. Godinez deals to the plate, ground ball. Nick Day grabs it. They get the runner at second and try and connect the dots on a double play, and they turn. No, they don't. And Joe Carnahan is going to head out as the umpire initially motioned like he was out and then changed his mind. And Joe's going to head over and say, you can't do that. As the umpire at first base first called him out and then reversed his decision. So that's what that conversation is about over there. Tribe almost turning a 3-6-1 double play. But they get the out at second base. So Derwent to right. Reaching on a fielder's choice. And now Joe having a conversation with the home plate umpire. Joe's going to say something to Phil Curtis too, I bet, because that's just how he rolls.
Now batting for the Beavers, number 11, Chaz Russo.
All right. So after an out safe at first, number 9 hitter in the Beavers order, Chaz Russo to the plate. That ball hooks foul. Russo's reached on a fielder's choice and flown 7th inning here in Weyburn. Picturesque sunset here in Southeast. Strike 2 as Godinez pumps Ched past Russo. 2 down. Runner in motion. Russo fouls that pitch off.
Heads up.
Rintoul scampering to second base on the attempted hit and run. And he'll jog all the way back to first. 0-2 the count to Russo. Top of the order, and Dan Morrow on deck. 1 on, 2 down. High fastball. 1-2. Throw over to first. Count is 2-2 to Russo. Kevin Betancourt. Lining up on the outside part of the plate. That's hit to Ackerman. Takes a funny hop on Nate, but he manages to get the ball into the infield after a single by Russo. And the number 9 hitter in the Beavers batting order contributes. And a tough out to deal with now for the Swift Current Indians. 343 hitter Dan Morrow. The leadoff hitter makes his way to the plate. 2 down and 2 on. Morrow representing the tying run for the Beavers. One-zero pitch. Off by Morrow. There's 2 away and 3-0 the lead for the Swift Current Indians. 2-2 pitch. Hold off to Morrow. Brendan Mead. As Knights go for a baseball game, this one just the Swift Current Indians dugout. Fired up. As the Tribe are able to strand 2, 7 innings in the books. 3-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians. Top of 8 on the way. And we'll be back shortly with Full Line Ag Swift Current Indians baseball.
The old saying goes,
It's not what you know, it's who you know.
well, in this digital age, it's not what you know or who you know, but who knows you. If you're in business and want to be noticed, get in touch with Streaker Media.
Websites, social media, video production, creative writing.
Visit .com to learn more.
The Hearing Place is proud to continue their support of the Swift Current Indians Baseball Club. Located conveniently in the Swift Current City Plaza, the Hearing Place is your #1 stop for hearing healthcare in Southwest Saskatchewan. Don't compromise on your hearing. Get tested by our qualified audiologist, Karen Woods. Call the Hearing Place at 778-0826 and book your appointment today. The Hearing Place. We focus on our client's journey.
Betancourt, 2 for 3 And even that one was a reach on error RBI for Betancourt. So KB, number 8, for the Tribe tonight. Pair of singles. 8-9-1 due up for the Tribe. Betancourt and Darren Cole. All looking grapefruit sized. Turn Indians catcher. As Betancourt drills his third single of the ball game into left field. Drew Brooks. Drew Brooks. Not his prettiest single of the season, but he'll take it. And nobody out, and 2 on for the Swift Current Indians. Trying to expand their...
Number 13.
So 2 on and 1 out. Escara swings away. Fly ball. Colin Rintoul, it's the grab. And 2 away. Nate Ackerman will try and make some magic with 2 out.
Now batting number
1 for 4 this game. Showed his last 2 times at the plate. To Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. Ryan Schweitzer here in Weyburn. Top of the 9th inning, still a 3-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians. Nick Day in the top of the 9th, leading off for the curveball, as into pitch is Wade Mason. Tribe saw him yesterday. Nick Day infield single the last time he was up. And it's an 0-2 to Nick. Strike 3 as Day will go down swinging.
now batting number 9. Thank you.
A.J. McKeldery doing what he does to warm up on the right there. And he also Pierre, number 34, right-handed pitcher. Tribe would like to utilize Bob St. Pierre in closing type roles, and one of those may present themselves. Well, it will present itself here in the bottom of the 9th when we get there. Right now, Swift looking for some insurance. 3-0 lead on the Weyburn Beavers here at Tom Lang Park. Zarnecki tries to bunt an 0-1 pitch. And the count is 0-2. Wade Mason to Zarnecki. High fly ball hit into the outfield. Center fielder Dan Morrow makes the catch for the second out of the top of the 9th. As Zarnecki flies out to the center fielder. There's Tyler Enns. 0 for 4 thus far is Enns. He'd like to get something going offensively with 2 outs for the Swift Current Indians, who are looking for more than a 3-run lead to take into the bottom of the 9th against a resilient Beaver team. 0-1 the count to Enns. Wade Mason. Curveball inside. And it's a 1-1 count. 1-1 to ends. Count now. Strike 3 called, dropped by the catcher, and ends thrown out at first. And that'll do it for Tyler. As he strikes out, well, 3 will have to be enough for the Swift Current Indians. They've had Bobby St. Pierre and A.J. McKeldery both warming up in their bullpen. A gem of a game pitched by Aaron Godinez, and he's going to head back out for the bottom of the 9th. And we'll be back with that bottom of the 9th shortly on Full Line Egg Baseball.
Many of us take our ability to communicate for granted, yet the ability to hear and be heard is much more vital to our everyday lives than we realize. If you or someone you know, please call The Hearing Place at 778-0826 and book your appointment with our clinical audiologist, Karen Woods. The Hearing Place. We focus on our client's journey.
It's summer cruising time, and Living Sky Casino would like to help fill your tank by giving away $1,000 in fuel every Wednesday in July. Swipe your Players Club card daily. Chances to win $1,000 in fuel every Wednesday at 8 p.m. You must be present to win, so take a trip to Living Sky Casino to fill your tank. Live it up.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky. Live it up.
6, 7, 8 due up for the Weyburn Beavers. Bottom of the 9th. The lead is 3 for the Swift Current Indians. Aaron Godinez, just a studly effort on the mound for the Tribe here, as he's going to enter his 9th inning of work. Godinez 8 innings, 6 hits, no runs, walking 1 and striking out 4 along the way. Godinez induces a foul ball from Alex Jones, and he's ahead of him 0-2 now in the bottom of the 9th. Jones, Derwent, Rintoul, barring any substitutions by Phil Beavers. Nothing in 2 the count. Godinez opts to with the 0-2 pitch. Godinez over 110 pitches, and he gets Jones swinging for the first out of the bottom of the 9th. And for Godinez, strikeout number 5 of the ball. Godinez has now gone 8 1/3 for the Swift Current Indians against the top team in the WNBL Saskatchewan division. 1 down, and Godinez pumps Ched past Derwent, and nothing in 1 the count. Jake Derwent, this game, is grounded out, singled, and walked. Godinez lowers his delivery. Aaron Godinez. 1-1 pitch, drilled into the backstop. One and 2. Godinez. The 1-2. Ground ball. Hit up the middle. Weyburn has a runner. Tribe have both a lefty and warmed up and good to go, but right now it's going to be Aaron Godinez staying in this one as he approaches 120 pitches. Colin Rintoul has reached on a fielder's choice, grounded out and singled. Beavers are likely going to pinch run Derwent, the big first baseman. So infielder Rudy Sternad is going to run the bases in place of Derwent. Colin Rintoul up now for the Beavers. Rintoul, his batting average north of 400. This is his 23rd game of the year. The 1-1. Ground ball. And that's in the hole. Nate Ackerman gets that baseball before Sternad can gallop to third base, and Joe Carnahan will emerge from the dugout now for the Swift Current Indians. And what's been a very special night for Aaron Godinez. Will it come to an end here? Or will Joe keep him in, and Joe's going to take the baseball from Godinez? But keep him out there to give Bob St. Pierre a chance to head in. Aaron Godinez, what an effort for the right-hander for his team tonight. And the boys of the dugout better be waiting for Godinez with high fives and hugs here, because he gave the Swift Current Indians a Herculean effort on the mound. So Bobby St. Pierre coming in for the Tribe as they deploy BSP after Aaron Godinez went 8 1/3, allowing 8 hits, no runs, walking 1, striking out 5, facing 35 hitters. And Godinez, when all was said and done, threw 120 pitches. So now BSP's been handed the mop. Windsor, Ontario's Bobby St. Pierre, the hulking right-hander, comes in. And he'll be facing the number 9 hitter in the Beavers order. St. Pierre, this will be his 3rd appearance of the season. He's worked 3 innings, allowed 1 run. It was an earned run. He struck out 3 and 0-1 on the season. St. Pierre was the pitcher who surrendered that run to Wiley Johnston yesterday to give the Beavers a 3-2 extra innings win. And St. Pierre's going to come in and try and keep the Beavers off the board. He's got 1 out, 2 on to deal with. And Chaz Russo at the plate, the number 9 hitter. Russo, a 208 hitter on the season now. And Bob St. Pierre. He'll have a chat with Kevin Betancourt before delivering to the number 9 hitter.
Russo. And in running on first base, number 7, Spencer Maloney.
So Spencer Maloney comes in to pinch run. The Beavers with mobility on the Chaz Russo represents the tying run for the Weyburn Beavers. Bottom of the 9th, 3-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians, 1 down and 2 on. Bobby St. Pierre is going to want to have a chat with Kevin Betancourt here. Some extra strategizing between pitcher and catcher. Swift Current Indians also have A.J. McKeldery good to go, a lefty. St. Pierre, fastball inside. First pitch to Russo, 1-0 now. No wind to speak of here at Tom Lang Park. Just missing outside. 2-0 the count. Tribe trying to hang on to a 3-0 lead. Bottom of the ninth. They'd love to go 1 for 3 in Weyburn. Fastball's just a bit up, 3-0. St. Pierre hasn't missed by much on any of those 3 pitches. Russo will make St. Pierre throw him a strike here. And walked is Russo. Top of the order, and Dan Morrow at the plate.
Now batting number 24, Dan Morrow.
So tying run at first, Morrow represents the go-ahead run. Bases loaded for the Beavers. Morrow this game has flown out, grounded out, and struck out. He's 0 for 3. Statistically, he's due a .330 hitter. St. Pierre. There's a strike. As St. Pierre finally gets the benefit of the doubt. St. Pierre walking Chaz Russo on 4 pitches that were all close. The 0-1. And St. Pierre just misses up. And that strike zone. You're in the bottom of the ninth for Bobby St. Pierre, looking about the size of a postage stamp. One. As St. Pierre pumps the fastball past him. 1-2. Brendan Mead is on deck for the Beavers. Top of their order now. St. Pierre, the 1-2 with 1 away. Morrow fouls that into the backstop. And count remains 1-2. Swift Current Indians, their 3rd game in 2 days here in Weyburn. They lost both ends of the doubleheader yesterday. The 1-2. St. Pierre goes to a curveball and just misses. So 2-2 with 1 down and the bases loaded. Bottom of the ninth. Beavers trailing 3-0 coming into this ninth and now making it suspenseful. 2. Check swing. No, he didn't. And 3-2. If St. Pierre is going to get a called strike, he's going to have to be perfect. Three and two. Swung on and missed. Tribe not out of the woods. As Dan Morrow strikes out to St. Pierre. And Joe Carnahan may go lefty on lefty here as he had A.J. McElderry warming up in the bullpen. Meade hits from the left side of the plate. And Joe may grab the baseball from BSP. BSP walking one and striking one out. That was big as St. Pierre came in and eliminated a dangerous hitter in Dan Morrow. Certainly wasn't made easy for St. Pierre. So A.J. McElderry will be brought in for the Swift Current Indians to go lefty on lefty, bottom of the ninth, 2 out, and the bases loaded. Kevin Betancourt and AJ discussing strategy. Tribe have got all sorts of mileage out of McKeldery recently. This will be his 8th appearance in his previous 7. 16 and a third innings of work. He's been hit off of 18 times, 7 runs, 5 of them earned. He struck out 11 to 6 walks, 2-2, ERA of 2.75. All that's being asked of AJ right now is get this one guy, Brendan Mead. Mead, a 302 hitter. On the year, no home runs. And the Weyburn Beavers hitting for Mead. As we see Jordan Anderson warming up on deck. And Anderson on the year, 313 average. 23 RBI. Beavers leader in that stat. So that'll throw a monkey wrench into the Swift Current Indians' lefty on lefty plans.
Number 16, Jordan Anderson.
So AJ McKeldery will not be pitching to lefty Brennan Mead, but instead righty Jordan Anderson. As the Weyburn Beavers mix things up and bring in a pinch hitter. Bases loaded. 2 down. 3-0 lead for the Tribe. McKeldery gets the signal he likes from Betancourt and misses low. McKeldery, 1-0. Fouled off by Anderson, strike 1. One and 1. 2 down. Strike 2. One and 2. 2 down. McKeldery swung on and missed. Strike 3, and that'll be the ball game. AJ McKeldery, 1 batter faced, 1 strikeout, and the Tribe are going to shut out the Weyburn Beavers at Tom Lang Park. 3-0. The Swift Current Indians win it and punt a 5-game losing streak. Tribe will bus back to Swift Current tonight. Next home game will be Wednesday against the Melville Millionaires. Our full-line egg baseball player of the game for the Swift Current Indians. Oh my goodness, oh my goodiness. The starting pitcher for the Tribe going 8 1/3, allowing 8 hits, no runs, walking 1 and striking out 5, and throwing 120 pitches and keeping the Weyburn Beavers at bay before giving away to the pen in the bottom of the 9th inning. Tribe win at Tom Lang Park. That does it for another edition of Full Line Ag. Swift Current Indians baseball. It's been emotional. From Weyburn.